Hi, I'm sending this to all of the presenters for Monday. Again, thank you for everyone helping out. What I wanted to do is ask everyone to try and remember to record their session. Um, uh, it would be great if everyone could try to do that. There are sessions that I would love to be at that I can't go to because obviously I don't know everything, and there's a lot of things you guys are teaching that I would like to see. So if you could, if you haven't done it before, you just hit the Smart Recorder button on the computer, and you need to make sure you set the options on the computer that you've just logged on to. So you go to Options, you go to Video Format, and you switch it to Smart Recorder AVI. If you don't do that, it will take forever to save. If you do that, it takes 5 seconds. The other thing is to check where it's going to save to. If you click on Target Files, you're going to see it's going to go in My Documents. That's fine. If it's a temporary computer, on my computer that I actually work on, I have it always go to my videos because it's a video. It kind of makes sense. So after you're done recording, if you record that session, you just hit the record button, and I should already have a mic set up in the room for you. It's just going to record what you hear, so you might want to make sure that you're talking loud enough, hopefully, for the mic to pick you up, but it should. And when you're done, you just hit the stop button, and then it's going to say, hey, do you want to save here? Now, that's fine, but that's not where I want you to keep it when you're done. Everyone should, on their PC, map a V drive. I just set that up for everybody, so next time you log on you'll see a V drive, and I'll take it away after the in-service so it doesn't bother you, but that's just for in-service videos. If you go and say put it there and hit save, it's going to take just a few seconds to copy that over. Obviously that one's really short. It probably would take more like a minute or two, maybe even 2 or 3 minutes to copy that over, but it shouldn't take very long to copy it over. If you save it in them videos and then want to move it there, that's fine, but if you could put it in that folder, it'll be easier for me to kind of organize it and post it out for people to see that missed your session, or more importantly, it's for people that were at your session but maybe want to try it but don't remember everything you went through. Obviously you don't have to record the entire thing. If I hit that I'm recording it and then halfway through I'm really done and now I'm going to break and just have time for them to try it out, you can stop it then. It's only in the instructional portion that's really important, unless you have something else to show everybody or something, just the instruction. So if you could do that, that would be great. The other thing I talked to a couple people about is if you've got a presentation and you've got a lot of slides captured, and Mike Eiler has a whole bunch of slides captured, you might want to put it somewhere that they can get to those slides later, and that's the point of having a Google slide presentation and sharing that presentation. If you've never done a Google slide presentation, it's pretty easy. You just open up and log on to Google. I'm going to pause while I'm logging on. So after I'm logged on, I'm going to go to Google Drive, and I'm going to turn a presentation that I did 2 years ago into a, so I've got a folder already, and I'm going to go to In-Services in 2017 just because I'm crazy like that. And I'm going to add a presentation that I did several years ago. I did one on Plickers several years ago as a PowerPoint. But let's say that I've got this presentation and I want to be able to share it to everybody else. So all I have to do is take it and drop it onto my drive, and it says it's uploading that, and it uploaded it as a PowerPoint. Okay, so now if I click on that, I'm looking at it as a PowerPoint. That's not what I want to do. I click Open with Google Slides, and now it's converting this to a Google slide presentation, and I'm actually going to share it with Kelly Worley because she's doing one on Plickers just in case she wants to use this. I don't even remember what I had. I may have just had the word Plickers. I don't know. Oh look, I've only got 3 slides on this one. So if I had a bigger presentation, obviously this one isn't that important, but if I had a bigger presentation, I could then take and do the share thing and then just share it with, I get a link and I say I'm going to share it with anyone at National Trail, and I'm just going to copy the link. So now I can share this with anybody at National Trail. But how do I share it in a way that they can get to it and follow through on the presentation and look at it later? And to do that, we do a shortener, and that's what I do. So I'm going to go to what's called goo.gl, which is a shortener for a URL, and you can see the ones I've done before. All I have to do then is put that address in there and say shorten it. Now it became this short little link right there. I say done, and now I've got this new one right here that's a short little link that if I click on it goes to that Google slide. Now what do I use that for? What I use it for when I do a Google slide presentation is I take that little link, you can say copy short URL, and I put it on the bottom corner, of my presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that down here, and I'm going to change it up a little bit so we can actually read it. And I put it on the bottom corner of actually every slide of a presentation. Let me make it big enough so somebody might actually be able to read the thing. And I'm even going to go bigger. And I go like this and put it down there, and then I just take and hit Control C and put it on and then hit Control V as I go through, and I'll put that on every slide, and I'll make a point of telling people as I do the presentation that, hey, if you'd like to follow along on your device, if you want them to, then here's the link down here. All they have to do is put in goo.gl, and then those, that is case sensitive, so they only have to read 6 letters. Which makes it pretty easy for them to do it. goo.gl/ and then those 6 letters, again, case sensitive. And now if they go to that, they can't edit. They can copy, so they can copy it into their own Google Drive if they want to for later reference, or they can just save it in their Google Drive so that, you know, later on they can edit it or make notes or whatever in theirs, but they can't do anything to yours. The big advantage of doing that is that now, especially on a big, huge presentation, they can go through and they can go, okay, here's the video of what she taught, or he taught, or whoever, and here's the notes that I made, and it's just easier for them to have a chance to go through and follow it again. So if you've never done this, it's just a really nice way to make things more accessible. Obviously this one I did on Plickers, I did it all online, so it was mainly really a recording. So hey, here's what we're going to do, here's my objectives, and I went through how to set up Plickers, and I really just left and went to the Plickers account from there, and then had questions at the end. This is a bad example of one that they might need to follow through on, but if I've got a whole bunch of slides that I've screen captured stuff so that I can really be more organized in my presentation, which is why I do it for me, they can follow through later and see how to do that as well. So just an idea, don't have to do that. I really would like you to record it, but if you've got a big presentation, it may be something that you want to do, and it's a great thing to do with students as well if you've got devices in your classroom to help them follow along if you're doing a presentation, and allow them to take notes in their own Google Drive of the presentation as well. The other advantages of the GooGL thing, which you can see, there haven't been a lot of clicks on those ones. I just started using this instead of tinyURL. So this one I did back in March. There were only 6 people who followed that link. You could see, but you would be able to see in the future, and that's why I'm going to start using it, because this is a new feature, that you can see if people actually used that link or didn't use that link or not. So I'm going to start using GooGL as my shortener now instead. So those are just some points I wanted you to know, and make sure you knew how to record and where you needed to put those videos at the end. I will make sure that there are things in all of the or mics in all of the rooms to make it easier for you. So all you have to do is open up the recorder and then make sure you set the record type, because if you don't set that as the default, it really will take forever to record, and then just hit stop when you're done and move it over to that V drive that I've mapped for everyone. If you don't see that V drive, you should log off and log on today and you should see it. Then let me know and I'll make sure I fix that mapping for you. If anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to call, and I will be here till late today on Friday, and calling it home is fine as well. Thanks. Bye.